Our phone number, 877-937-1047. Text us. Text JJR, whatever you want to say, to the number 96893. Is everybody in this studio done their taxes?
Yes, and it was like the biggest relief ever. You know what was funny is actually our tax guy, when we checked in, there were like these bar things on the counter. And as we're going into our appointment, he's like, "Did you guys get one of the chocolates?" We're like, "No." It was like these things that looked like tax documents that were apparently chocolate bars. And our whole meeting, he was talking about how amazing these chocolates were and how they cost the company a lot of money. But like every year, he saves one for himself for tax day. And it's like his reward at the end of the season. And so we were like, wow, we better get some of these chocolates on the way out. So we grabbed a chocolate and like we ate it. And it was delicious chocolate, but nothing like it was.
Is it a brand of like a Toblerone?
It might be a brand, but they actually like stamp the chocolate to look like a tax form.
I saw it on your Instagram story. I thought that was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And I like the fact that like he's like, tax day is when I eat one of those, and that's the reward. Like that's his celebration at the end of the season.
Is he like shredded in shape, and that's like his treat?
No. I think it's just like a symbolic sort of thing for him.
You don't see a lot of shredded tax guys. And I've dealt with a lot of tax guys over the years.
I've told you guys that I don't know anything going on with the taxes in my house, right? Nothing. I don't think I've ever done taxes since I've been married. And when my wife leaves town, you know, I don't touch the mail. I don't do anything. But if something comes to our door, like an Amazon package or something, then I grab it and I put it somewhere where we don't have a set area, but I usually put it somewhere where, you know, I know she'll see it. And I don't know when, it was like either in October or November, she was out of town somewhere and a package came, but it wasn't like a normal Amazon package. It was like a UPS folder, right? A big manila folder, but it had UPS on it. It was pretty heavy. There was like documents inside. And I set it like on the counter in the kitchen where my stuff is. And I saw it there for a long time. She came home and it's been sitting there for a long time and it's off to the side. And I thought, I wonder what that is, because she's never opened it and we never talked about it. And it's been there since October, November. Cut to 2 days ago. She's like, "Oh my God, this is our taxes. How come you didn't tell me this was here?" And the next thing you know, it's like, there's all these things laid out. When I get up in the morning, like I'll have my key, my wallet, and she'll usually like a card or something for me to sign for somebody or something. And it's like all these documents with these arrows pointed for me to sign.
Oh my gosh.
It's go time.
I was like, oh my God, I had no idea that was our taxes.
It was in October.
Yeah, it was like, I left it there for you to see for whenever you come home. There's all the stuff.
But you never told her about it?
I never told her about anything. It's just always there. I just put stuff out and she sees it.
But didn't you say it was like in the pile of your stuff? So why would
there's
she
a pile
look
of
there?
my stuff, and then there's when she's gone out of town, there'd be a pile of other stuff.
Okay.
Like, and that's like,
I get it.
I have piles. But,
only you know your piles, though. We got to communicate that.
This was yesterday morning, and then when I signed whatever it was yesterday, this is going to sound kind of stupid, but we're doing the taxes for 2024, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was 20. I saw 2024 on there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, 2025 is next year.
I know. I thought maybe it could have been 2022 or I don't know, because she's doing extensions and stuff.
No, I know it makes sense.
I didn't look at anything except for where I had to sign. I might have just signed to give her my house.
The life of John J. Van Ness.
See, this is the first year that I filed as a married guy. You know, because we got married, and now you have to do it as a couple.
Do you have to?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if you have to.
Nobody gave me an option. Like they're just saying you're filing.
Grant just said no, because I think he was telling me him and Caitlin do not file as married.
This is my first year also as a married man, and I filed separately. I said, no, thank you.
You can opt for that?
I'm not trying to bring down her credit too much. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what happened. Mine went up a little bit because of her. I didn't know how much she made until yesterday. I had no idea. I'm like, oh, you're doing okay. I could just retire at some point. She just laughed hysterically.
So you both, this is the first time filling out as married guys?
As a married couple, yeah.
I feel like you've been married 2 years.
2 years, but then last year, wasn't the whole year that you were married, so you didn't have to file or whatever. But this year, apparently.
I don't understand anything about taxes.
Yo, have you ever had a deadline you've been right up against? I have. It's every April 15th. Figuring out my interest, dividends from the banks. Could I use some extra help from a professional? Yes, thanks. There's my wages, earning statements that are racking my brain. Any losses or gains, what deduction should I claim? I've been up late every evening, maybe midnight or later.
That's where he was going.
I got another one.
I'm still
Not another one.
waiting for your receipts.
This is almost the same as the
I
Ridge.
wish you'd hurry up. I need some sleep. 'Cause I'm your tax guy, fighting all your little white lies. Now you complain you pay too much. Tax guy, 'cause you pay more than Elon Musk. Tax guy helps you cheat.
I don't know. Taxes. So, Peyton, did you do your taxes?
I did do my taxes, and I actually got my return, and somehow all my money's gone. So
So you got a refund
it
and you
was in my
spent it.
savings account, and now it's not. So I'm like, great.
Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
It is tax day today, and so to celebrate, you can go get some really great deals on food. There's a lot of restaurants and places giving you deals just because it's tax day. Shake Shack is offering like a free burger with $10 or 40 cents more in purchase. Hooters is offering great deals on their appetizers. And since April 15 is also Chill Out Day at Kona Ice, they have a free cup of shaved ice if you want. So you're not sweating over your taxes. Cute, right? And when you buy a dozen donuts in-store at Krispy Kreme, you get a second original glazed dozen for just the sales tax in your state. Very, very creative. Now, Easter Sunday is this weekend. Experts are saying, hey, remember, rabbits, little bunnies, they're not good Easter gifts, and they are not low maintenance. People who get these don't maybe realize that if the animal is not spayed or neutered, they become aggressive and prone to biting when they're mature. Rabbits also live like 14 years, so that cute little holiday gift is going to turn into a long-term investment that you have to give attention to. The bottom line, they say, is rabbits can make wonderful pets. Like if you're in the market for it and you know what it takes to take care of one, that's great. But like they could be litter box trained and stuff like that. But a lot of people like get them for the kids, and then the kids get bored with them, and then they turn into not great pets. So
When I was dating my wife, Blake, she had a pet rabbit, and it was litter box trained. It was so crazy. It would just hang out in the house.
Really?
And they would just go in the litter box. It was so wild. And they're little poops, though. If they don't make a litter box, you just pick them up. They're not like mushy poops, you know? And then there's a place in San Diego called Balboa Park where people that got bunnies as pets let them go.
Oh, that's sad.
That's kind of sad.
But if you go to the park, you see like bunnies that don't look like the bunnies that are in the wild, like cute little bunnies. They're just hanging out everywhere. Same in Cannon Beach in Oregon. There's a whole area you just drive. There's just all these bunnies. You can tell a pet bunny versus a wild bunny.
Right.
And they're just chilling out eating grass. I mean, and they look like they should be in a window somewhere.
yeah.
You should start a rabbit rescue and call it Love Hop.
Cute. I love that. So also right around the corner is May the 4th, which for Star Wars fans, May the 4th be with you, is a big deal. It is also a huge day for Star Wars themed weddings. And the Little Vegas Chapel in Vegas is offering a pair of Star Wars themed wedding packages, especially for May the 4th. Couples who want to tie the knot can choose from 2 packages titled Yoda One for Me and Love Star. Both wedding packages offer an officiant dressed as either Princess Leia or Darth Vader. They include custom Star Wars music, bouquets, boutonnieres, professional photography, and a video of the ceremony, and of course, Star Wars themed wedding certificate. Pretty fun. If you're into that thing, now you know that that's out there available to you, and that's 3 things you need to know.
Couples therapy podcast. Nick came over to me yesterday and says, how come you never say the word therapy? You keep calling it the couples podcast. And I was like, I don't know. It just kind of came out that way. But it's the couples therapy podcast with Blake and I. Is on this channel, the on-demand channel, JJ Rich On Demand. Wherever you get podcasts, you can listen to it. On iHeart or on the Apple, wherever they get podcasts, right? Spotify, are we on Spotify too?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, okay.
Anywhere you get podcasts.
So, Peyton, the vibe for horoscopes today.
We're going to talk about the vibe you give off to strangers based on your zodiac sign. And if it's your birthday, we still have a couple more days of Aries season. You share a birthday with Emma Watson, Seth Rogen, and Sexy Red.
Good morning, Rachel. What's your sign?
Good morning. I'm a Capricorn.
Okay, so Rachel, for Capricorn, strangers assume that you're the boss. Even if you're just waiting for coffee, your vibe screams, I'm making money moves and I do not have time for your nonsense. You guys are that girl.
That's right.
Yeah, I think Grant's our Capricorn in the room, too. So,
Yeah, I'm going to need you guys to wrap it up as the boss, as acting boss. I'm
He's
gonna need you
all
guys to get this
business.
moving.
That one.
Right?
Well, thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, Jen. What's your sign?
Morning, Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay, Jen, you guys give the I've got it a great idea and I'm not afraid to tell you about it energy. Strangers are kind of unsure if you're a genius or just super eccentric, and honestly, you're probably both.
That's fun. I love it.
I like that one,
So
too.
accurate.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Hi.
How about Pisces?
Yes, Rich, my Pisces, you walk in and people immediately feel safe. You give off those dreamy, artsy vibes, the vibes that are like, I make playlists for people I've only known for 15 minutes vibes.
Absolutely on the head right there.
Got you.
Good morning, Harper.
Hi, I'm a Scorpio.
Okay, Harper, for Scorpios, people don't know whether to flirt with you or run away from you. You give off a dangerous mystery vibe. Are you a poet, a vampire, or somebody that's cursed? We don't know. You Scorpios, you're tricky.
It's so true. So is me.
Thanks,
So
Harper.
Bye.
I love it.
Hi, Melissa.
Yes,
What's your sign?
I am Cancer.
Okay, Cancers clock you as the sweet one. You guys are soft, gentle, empathetic. Meanwhile, you've already silently judged everyone in the room and texted your group chat about it.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty valid.
Yeah, you guys are really sneaky. I had a Cancer best friend, and she came off so sweet. Man, was she kind of evil.
But I will cut someone real quick.
Thanks, Melissa.
Yeah, you guys have a good day.
You too. How about Libras?
Libra, Kyle, you radiate I'm too pretty to argue with you energy. Strangers are charmed, and you could accidentally cause a minor scene at a Trader Joe's and still get offered a sample. That's your vibe.
All right.
How about Virgo?
John Jay, your vibe is CEO of having your life together. People assume that you have 5 backup plans and a spreadsheet for emotional boundaries. You're clean, you're sharp, you're intimidating in the best way.
How about for Leos?
Leos, we walk into a room and people just know that we're important. Whether we're wearing a hoodie or a fur coat, a Leo vibe says someone should be filming us.
All right. If we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. What up, Hunter? Thanks for holding.
Oh man, what's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Good, man. What are you doing?
We're playing golf right now, down from Wyoming and everything. I've listened to you guys for years and years, and now I just came out to play some golf here. Hear a buddy's album release party and support him and everything. Came down for him, and now we're out here just enjoying the desert. This is crazy.
Where are you golfing right now?
Verado down in Buckeye.
Verado.
Verado.
Fancy.
After you're done golfing, why don't you run the Verado stairs and then send us video? Okay?
Oh man, is that like a hiking trail?
It's like a goal of mine. I've never done it, but I want to. It's like this you guys ever seen it?
No.
It's like a stairway to heaven.
Okay.
Yeah. People run. It's crazy. Anyway, Hunter, welcome to town. Thank you so much for listening, dude. Have a great day golfing.
Hey, you guys too. Thank you guys for having the
You got
the
it.
podcast.
We appreciate the
I always
love.
Try to listen to you guys. I try to listen to you guys a week behind, just so if I'm having a bad day at work or anything, I can throw you guys on because you guys are always uplifting and amazing people. So
Thanks, man.
I love listening to you guys.
Try listening a week in advance and then let us know if we're any good. Oh, Hunter.
Oh, you.
Hunter. Tax day poll found more people consider risking it and not filing this year. The idea was they could get away with it because the IRS is so understaffed right now from budget cuts. So they think they can get away with it. Maybe they
I don't
will,
think so.
but then in 3 years or 4 years from now, they'll hit you when they get
They're
rid.
going to find you eventually.
Someone asked, what's something you would never buy, even if it was discounted? 99.99%.
Cigarettes.
That's not on there. Meth is on there.
Yeah.
Gas station sushi is on there.
I didn't know that they taxed meth.
Used underwear is on there. And an NFT is on there.
Okay.
NFT's good one.
Here are 5 foods chefs say they will not make from scratch because it's not worth the effort. Or they think store-bought is better. Pasta, salsa, ketchup, mayonnaise, and bread. This is random right here. This is so random, but pickled flavored Google searches are an all-time high. The top 5 searches are for whiskey, ketchup, vodka, chicken, and jelly beans. Have you guys had the Popeye's chicken pickle menu yet?
No, is it good?
I had a
Sounds
friend of
like
mine.
Peyton would love it.
Yeah,
I know.
And Dutch is a pickle freak. In fact, it's so funny this is happening because last night, Dutch, my son, my 18-year-old son, he actually at lunchtime yesterday, he was making a steak, so I asked him to make me a steak. Then he took a ribeye and he put it in a plastic bag. Then he poured all this pickle juice. And I go, what are you doing? He's like, you'll see. You're going to love what I'm doing right now. You're going to love it. I was like, all right. So pickles are the vibe right now.
I know there's like a lot of TikTokers that are pickling all types of stuff, and so it's kind of a trend right now.
It is. And I highly recommend, just from my friend who said the pickle thing was amazing at Popeyes.
Pickles, I like pickles. I like them better than an old fudge sickle.
Woman in Pennsylvania has been accused of making hundreds of reservations at a hotel and then canceling them. She was warned to knock it off, but she still does it.
And why?
I don't know.
I'm going to stay here. Nope. I'm going to stay here. Nope.
This reminds me of Dumb and Dumber 2. A woman in Spain reportedly faked being mute for 16 years just to collect disability. And they're calling this the video of the day. It's a Gen Zer who did a job interview over online, a virtual job interview, but she wasn't feeling good, so she used the filter. And the filter made her look like a plate of eggs and toast. And she told the interviewer that she didn't want to show her face because she wasn't feeling well. And this is how it went.
Hi, Julia. Nice to meet you. I'm not sure if you know, but there's a bit of animation on your face.
Yeah, hey, I'm not feeling well today, so is it okay if I don't show my face?
I'm not sure we're going to be able to conduct the interview with this. It's not very professional. Is there any chance you could turn it off?
I can use a different one if you want. Is this better?
The one she went to was a mouth in a strawberry.
Probably not better.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Selling stuff online, your old stuff, is a huge thing right now, whether you're doing it like Poshmark or maybe you're making crafts and selling on Etsy. But they're saying the guys that in the people that do it most successfully, they're not buying expensive lighting rigs and fancy backdrops. Instead, they are taking pictures of things against their bathtub, because the tub is usually white, which is a great background in your bathroom. If you shoot in the afternoon with afternoon light, you've got all the things that you need. If you use an iPhone or your Samsung, use the portrait mode so you can blur out the background a little bit, and your stuff will sell faster, and you can make money instead of spending money on a light rig for your iPhone. That's a pretty great hack. Try that and let us know how that works. That information can be found at johnjandrich.com.
Shoot us a text JJR. Whatever you want to say to the number 96893. We got second date update in less than 20 minutes, probably 15 minutes from now. It's tax day today. I saw this little article where it mentions ancient 1900-year-old scrolls have been found, and they revealed that in Rome back in the day, they didn't mess around with tax cheaters. If you committed tax fraud, you would be sentenced to public execution where you'd be eaten alive by leopards.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, they were serious.
Oh, man, that's
the one thing you hear about the ancients is the Romans and their tax code.
You can always call us, too, 877-937-1047. Rich, what is the big lie?
The big lie, I don't know if the rest of you have dealt with this, but if you get up early like we do, my alarm clock goes off at 3:25 a.m. So I feel like if you're going to get your workout in, you need to do it right after you leave the show, because the big lie is, I'm going to go home and I'm going to take a little bit of a nap, and when I wake up, I'm going to go work out. I have said that to myself maybe 200 times over the course of our radio show, and it never really works. But yesterday, a little case of the tired berries hit me when I was driving home. I'm like, I can go for a walk, but I can feel, I know it's early in the week, but I can feel my body demanding that I take a little bit of a nap. So I go and sit down, and I would say within 15 seconds, I'm completely asleep for a few hours. And I wake up because my son Christopher's coming home from school. And I wake up and I am in grog land. And I'm like, here I am again. I don't really want to work out right now. I just want to eat something and relax. But then I decided to just put on my shoes and go. So the first time ever yesterday, I beat the big lie.
Good for you. That's a big deal.
And it was kind of hot and kind of gross yesterday, and not the temperature that I want to walk in, but I still got in about 3.5 miles. So I got in the steps, I got in everything, and I came home, and I was so proud of myself. But I don't think I woke up until maybe a mile and a half in. I think I was sleepwalking that first half. I'm like, I should walk faster. That'll wake me up. And smacking your face around and listening to like loud music. But I finally beat the big lie. The big lie gets you a lot.
It does. I'm guilty of it.
You
It's
can't
so
go
bad.
home. You can't once you go home after leaving here, I think it's very, very hard to get motivated to go.
It's so
That's
hard.
why I have my routine. When I get home at 1 o'clock almost every afternoon, unless there's something else going on, and there's times where I've checked. I get home at 1 o'clock and I don't leave until the next when we come in here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like I'm not leaving.
I love the idea of like, again, my alarm clock 3:25. I love the idea of like, I'm going to go to a class at 4 o'clock tonight. But that cannot happen if you take a nap. It just cannot. Because you're already in half bed mode, I feel like, when you wake up from the nap. You're like, now all I need to do is actually put on pajamas. And then, and then we're good.
Dude, I went on a walk yesterday because, my New Year's resolution was to hit a minimum of 10,000 steps every day, no matter what, right? With one day where it's okay if I don't, thinking on a Sunday. But I don't want to do that, so I've been hitting it even on Sundays, right? So yesterday, I was like at 7,000 steps, but I was already home. And I'm like, oh my God, where am I going to get 3,000 steps? I could just go for a walk, but I hate walking.
You do?
I hate it.
I actually really enjoy
I'm so bored walking. I don't know what to do. I put on my headphones, I listen to the show, I listen to things. I'm just like, I just want to get there. I just want to get it over with. But I'm going on this walk, and I get to this one point where I figure that's the part. That's where I am. I could turn around here and get my steps in. So I turn around, I'm walking back, and I hear this horn honk at me, and they're behind me, and I'm just like, who the frick is going to honk at a guy walking? And I turn around, it's my wife, and I just grabbed my phone and started filming, and she's like jamming out to James Taylor.
I saw that.
Oh, you saw the video?
She was getting after
She's like,
it.
you want to ride? And I'm like, no. I go, yes, I want to ride, but I got to get these stupid steps in. So no, you go. So I just see her drive off.
What I saw was first my volume was down. I'm like, oh, she is jamming out.
I know.
So then I watched it again and turned up the volume. Like, oh, she's jamming out to James Taylor.
I know. Well, for her birthday, I got her James Taylor tickets. And by the way, I don't want to see James Taylor. I think James Taylor is an artist where you hear the song and you might be like, oh, I know that song, but I don't want to sit through it, right?
I remember when you gave her the tickets, you were like, now these are for you.
That's right.
And someone else.
Yes, that's exactly what I said to her. And I wanted to make sure she knew that again. Remember, you're going with someone else.
A friend.
You could even take a man. Take a gigolo. Go on Tinder. But you're not taking me. Anyway, speaking of relationships, what's going on with you, Peyton, and Kadeem, your boyfriend?
Well, all good things. I mean, kind of good things. I think I was telling you guys a couple weeks ago how he has not been feeling well at all. And I've been trying to diagnose him. I thought he had valley fever. Recently, I think he has walking pneumonia. Like, it's a whole thing. And I don't know what it is about black men, but they don't want to go to the doctor. My dad's the same. Kadeem's the same. His dad's the same. My brother's the same. They just don't want to go to the doctor. And so I literally had to drag this man to the doctor yesterday because his mom was in town all weekend, and it looks like I'm not taking care of her son. And so I'm like, okay, we have to go to the doctor. I called my cousin Shannon. She's a PA. And I got him in, and she prescribed him a steroid and antibiotic, and he has to do a breathing treatment every 4 to 6 hours. And I'm like, poor guy, but he's so miserable. And it's getting to the point where, like, I'm getting frustrated with him because I can't sleep at night because he's waking up and he's like, I can't breathe, and he's sweating and he's coughing, and it makes me mad because I'm trying to sleep, but he refused to go to the doctor for the last 6 months.
What did they diagnose him with? Like, why?
They diagnosed him. Well, she said that he probably has asthma because he grew up in Portland. And so, I mean, when you move out to Arizona and you're in the desert, it's a lot dustier. I guess our allergy season right now is really bad, and our air quality is really bad. But she also said that he needs to stop smoking. And I think that was kind of like a, what?
Cigarettes or other things?
We don't smoke cigarettes. Come on now, Richie.
All right.
The Mary J.
Well.
But I'm like, I lost my smoking buddy, and now I'm sad.
Can he do edibles?
Yeah, he could, but he doesn't like that stuff. It makes his stomach hurt.
So when he smokes, how's he do it? Old school bong? Old school joints? How's
No,
he
says like that's like, no, he won't do that.
So how does he smoke?
like a joint.
Okay, so I said old school joint. Old
Yeah.
school,
Like a
bong,
joint,
yeah.
but he wouldn't use like a glass piece or anything. He thinks that's like
Trash.
a little too deep in. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, if you're doing that, I can't trust you.
You mean in his world, if you use a bong, you're not a good person?
No, it's not that you're not a good person. It's just like, what else do you use? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk to the expert over there.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Peyton. I have a couple nice bongs and stuff, but I do feel like I'm smoking crack or something like crack when I'm using it. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't going to say it.
I've seen
Grant said
Grant's bong display. It's almost like an athlete would put trophies on a shelf.
And don't get me wrong, I do smoke crack out of it.
I think it's also pretty old school too. Like right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
in fact, if you want to see a great scene from a movie of someone smoking a bong, I believe it is Brad Pitt in True Romance.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Where
Yeah,
he's the
it's
stoner.
amazing. That's
I
a
think
great movie.
He has an uncredited role in the movie, and he's just a bong pothead, and he's just the whole time, and it's like, oh my god, that's Brad. It made me want to smoke weed.
Did it?